Ladies and gentlemen,
Whoa!
this is unprecedented.
What is going on?
Yeah, and sometimes unrehearsed.
Yeah, you're not this, folks. Believe it or not, you're not looking at an old video. This is new content.
This is new.
It's been a couple of days, I think, since we put anything out.
A couple days.
You know, a lot has transpired, folks.
Oh my God.
We've got to fill you in on things. I've got some crow to eat on live. You know, well, it's not live, but it is for me on live video.
Crow to eat.
Stories to share.
I got a good story. Yep.
Yeah,
hey,
good.
First, let's just say, look, you know, sometimes the universe moves you in different ways, but at the end of the day, you always want to come back to where your heart is at, where your passion lies. And this is where it is, ladies and gentlemen. Josh and I have an uncanny way of communicating and vibing together. Unlike, in fact, show me another friendship that can do what we do. I don't think it's very common. I think it would be very hard to find. Do you not agree with me, Josh?
I agree with you 100%. I think the only problem that we have, and I've realized this now because it has come full circle on a couple of occasions. I think, Adam, you get a little tired of editing videos. And I can understand, because from the start of this all, we identified the fact that I am not the person who edits things. I'm a dingbat.
Yes.
I will fuck things up. And, you know, I think you were excited because we were starting things off. You're like, yeah, I'll do it. No problem. And, you know, we've gone through so many different transitions from, you know, just the videos to, you know, a podcast back to videos. And then we're splicing in other videos and pictures and things kind of
more videos.
I like that, but it's more work for you.
Yes.
And I've noticed this is a trend that has happened now twice. After a while, I think you've got too much on your plate. You know, you're a very busy little beaver. And I think that Brokin Heads editing videos kind of takes a back seat. And I understand why, and I'm not here to blame you. I'm just explaining how things happen from time to time.
You know, we could have taken this offline. I mean, there's no need involving...
But I figured out, I wanted to just this needs to be exposed to the dozens and millions of users that we have and subscribers.
You don't need to know the inner workings of what we do off camera.
Sometimes if you just put it out there, things can get hammered away. Now, folks, besides that, you know, as you are all well aware, Adam and I, you know, we were like peanut butter and jelly, right? We were there, you know, pretty much on a daily basis, you know, hanging out, doing our thing, talking.
Peas in a pod.
Oh, peas in a pod, Denny. You know, we'd go out and do our thing. We'd get our lunch. We'd share our lives. And then COVID hit and bam, right? Suddenly it's just like, hey, you two are gone.
Done.
And you've got videos and Zooms and shit like that to keep you connected. And, you know, and that worked for a while. Sadly, you know, we're both in sales, you know, and there are times when another company may come and knocking or ringing and say, hey, we've got an opportunity for you, Josh, at our company. And you know, we're gonna pay a little more, we're gonna love you a little more, we're gonna show you the world. And you know, that is what happened. I did leave the company that Adam and I were together, but I think 6 years or coming up on 6 years.
Technically, yeah, about
I know you left for a minute, came back, whatever.
Technically.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we no longer even have that. It is just solely based on the fact that Adam and I, when it comes down to it, are soulmates. And that's what brings us back.
I can't, you know, I was thinking it, but you said it. I didn't know you wanted to take it there. You know, because of this separation.
I'm not bashful. Now here's the thing I'll say this. You are somebody that I could hypothetically not see for a year, not see or talk to for a year. Not that it will ever happen. And then we could just connect and we would just pick up where we left off.
I agree 100%. I agree.
Yes.
That's true. I mean, you know, and I'm going to be honest, like, you know, I'm no expert. I don't know if that means pure friendship or just pure, you know, friendship here, but also more pure, like just a connection. I don't know
think
if that's
that's
the
what it
same
is.
thing.
I think it's more, I think there are too many levels that we sync up on, that
Too
is more
many.
than just a friendship.
Too many. I mean, it's
Too many.
it's unique, not
Yes.
very, it's unique because you pair up an average Joe, you're not going to hit on as many levels as we hit on.
Right.
It's just not possible. I'm
We
sorry.
fire on too many cylinders, and I think we've made both of our wives a little bit concerned from time to time. But I think they understand, listen, this is a special thing here. And so they allow that. I know my wife does. She allows me the leeway that I need. Yes. That if I have to have some Adam time and some Broken Heads time, then damn well I'm going to get it.
And, you know, we don't mean to put this on the audience and have each other stroke our egos. That's not the goal here. All right.
But if you want to stroke our egos, I'm more than willing for you to go ahead and stroke away.
We've been doing it for the last 10 minutes. And it's great.
We've been stroking our own egos.
Yes.
We would like you to stroke our egos for us, please.
Leave a comment about how you think we really are in real life.
Yeah, my wrist is getting tired. Please go ahead and stroke away, you know?
Yes.
So anyways, Kip, it's been a long time.
And also, before you jump into that, you know, Josh's company did call me in advance, said, listen, you know, I know that Josh told me about the relationship with you and him. We're going to make him an offer. Do we have your blessing?
Yes.
To have him come to our side? And I said, I can't. A true friend would not stand in the way of someone else's success. I'm here to support him. Yes, you have my blessing. Take him away.
I got to tell you, when I heard that, it brought a tear to my eye, because really, you know, the fact that they reached out to you and had that conversation, you know, it's kind of like the young groom or pre-groom asking the parents for their daughters or significant others' hand in marriage. And that's what happened here with my company reaching out to you and saying, is it okay if we pull him away from your bosom for some time?
I said, look, even if we were in the office, we're not in the same buildings. I hardly see the guy. You know, he works from home 10 days a week. I said, at this point, it's really not much holding me on here anymore. So take him. In fact, I don't want to see him again.
Well, you didn't have to go there.
I want to cease and desist all communication, all interaction.
Just cut me off. It's too much. It's too hurtful to have him hanging on a little bit. Just take him away.
Yes.
I just can't do it.
And a guy calls me, hey, I'm sorry, I'm in Southeast Asia right now. I'm on a safari. Give me about a week. I'll get back to you. Like all the time I call this guy. He's got something going on. He's flying.
Well, that's
to the
what
moon,
else. Yeah, and I'll say that. I'll say that. So while we were together, you know, again, there just wasn't the travel that I've got on here. You know, we're both in outside sales and have been for a long time, right? So anyways, with my new company, they just dove in, and we've been, you know, I was in Florida all last week. I was in Ohio the week before that. I was in Florida the week before that. I don't think I told you I was in Florida again last week, or did I? I forget.
You did. I noted 2 times. Yeah.
And I'm going to San Antonio week after next. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But
big shot.
You know, last night I got home after traveling, and I got on my YouTube and I said, what do I want to watch? I'll watch commercials from the 80s, or do I watch some old military stuff from World War II? And I said, you know what? I want to watch some Broken Heads. And so I went on to the Broken Heads channel and I loaded up some videos. And man, it just hit me right here. You know, and I was like, I contacted Adam and said, listen, pal, we've got to get together here. You know, we may not be able to do this every week or whatnot, but Broken Heads needs to live. We know you love us out there, and we need to give you the content, folks.
But more importantly, at the drop of a hat, I was ready and able.
You were. And a shout out to you.
That's more important, really.
I am very happy that you were able to, you know, brush aside your schedule and get us on there and allow me time to hook up with you here. Absolutely. And so I will be forever grateful. And
as you should. And it's totally, you know, it's respected that you feel that way. That I am the one carrying this broadcast, as always.
Yes.
I appreciate
and you will be editing it. And you probably won't put any pictures in your videos, but whatever. We'll make it as it is, folks. You know, there's a lot that's gone on. One of the things that I want to bring out to you, we had a very public debate. And I don't know, maybe you can put a link in the description to the t-shirt video that we did some time ago, where you came out and said, listen, I am moving from, you know, either these, you know, the tees that have the graphics on them, or polo shirts. I'm going to move to straight tees.
Straight tees, baby.
And just wear them. And I was adamant. I was like, no way. That's a nightgown. I wear that when I go to bed, or I wear it under my shirt. That's it.
Yes.
And folks, I'm here to tell you, Adam was right from the start, from the get-go. And I have since converted. And I now, as long as you find the right shirts that fit well and do their job, and they're soft, supportive. You know, I'm all in. And I'll tell you, I spoke to Adam about this. I connected up. I'm not being paid for this endorsement, but
links will be in the description.
Yes. Check out Classic Tees. I put an order in on them. They are made for bods, dad bods like you and I, my friend. They fit well on the biceps. They're a little tight in here, so you feel like you got some guns. They're a little bit tighter up to the top. And they give you a little bit of room down in the gut. Adam was all over this. And again, I was just so adamant. I was like, no way. That's horrible. And look at me. Here I am rocking the plain tee. Now, here's the one I have a hard time with. And you've got it on now. The plain white tee, I'm still having struggles with. You know?
Fair enough. You know, it's just, like you said, if it's got the right sort of fit or...
I get it. But see, that shirt color there, I would worn underneath a polo or a button down so many times in the past. It's almost like been ingrained in my mind that it's an undershirt.
Josh, and white pride. Okay.
Listen, I'm not gonna doubt you, and I'm not gonna say no, because you sure were right the whole time, and I was wrong. I'm just having some troubles with the plain white. I can do green, I can do blue, black, gray, purple, whatever. The white is still something I have to internally process and get over.
I know, I agree with you, because yes, for us growing up in all these years, it does look like an undershirt, but it's all up here.
Yes, it is.
You got to trick your brain.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I know
I'm wearing this to dinner.
Well, hey, again, you were right. I was wrong. Folks, I got to tell you. I mean, Adam is I think a little more brave when it comes to these trends. He's in front of them. Yes, you are cutting edge, sir. You are right there on that leading edge. You know what's what before it's what.
You did take it to the next level by going to some like name brand site I've never even heard of. You told me about that. So as always, Josh always wants to one up me. I got these at Old Navy. It's not good enough. I had to go to some special website and pay top dollar for a t-shirt.
Well, yes. And so here's the thing. I've also realized too, when it comes to these nice t-shirts, you have to wash them in a delicate. So you have to wash them cold. And you don't really want to put them in a dryer because you don't want them to shrink.
Well,
ultimately, that's what will happen. After time, if you just take a t-shirt and you throw in the regular wash and you throw in the regular, a dryer cycle, it's going to shrink a little bit. So I've now taken to washing these on delicates. So there is some extra maintenance involved.
Well, at any rate, welcome to the club.
Thank you, sir.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
I
appreciate you inviting me.
White and blue, it matches our logo. That's why
we're
wearing it today.
I wish we had someone with a red t-shirt on.
This has all been planned, and talk about this topic today. Now, I would like to switch gears and talk about another topic that I heard on the radio or satellite Sirius the other day. I don't listen to the terrestrial radio. Okay. So I just
terrestrial radio. Listen to you.
Terrestrial radio. I occasionally listen to satellite. And I heard a very, I'm sure, talked about topic, but I thought it'd be funny for Josh and I to talk about this topic.
I'm excited.
And it involves the tipping phenomenon in today's world. And I think that's enough to know where we're going with this. It's a tipping society. Everybody expects to be tipped, including the homeless, just for like maintaining the streets and, hey, you can go, come on. All right, you tip me, whatever it may be. But I want to talk specifically, when it comes to food and like drink, Dunkin' Donuts, all that crap, like, tips. So let's start with the fact that I'm gonna give you this example. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I got railroaded into a tip against my will. I'm gonna tell you the
Oh,
story.
join the club.
I'm gonna tell you the story. It sounds like you have one as well. And then
Well,
we
you
can
know
see
it
where
was.
this
It's
goes.
the macaron person in the mall. Remember her? Those
Oh,
cookies?
oh, I do remember that.
Yeah,
And
but
I
go
made
ahead.
fun of you. I made fun of
Yes.
you time and time
Yeah,
again.
you did. Well, the shoes on the other foot. The
Yes,
t-shirts on the other person.
let me tell you this story. This is funny because I was ordering takeout from Longhorn Steakhouse. Yes, that's right. All
You
my
love
legions of fans,
Longhorns
all
and
of our legions of fans.
Outback. You just love that shit.
Shit.
Well, that's what it turns into, right?
So here's the deal, right? You know, you go online. Now, traditionally, I like to pay at the restaurant.
Move your
just
camera
because-
up a little bit.
This piece of shit. Now, traditionally, I like to pay at the restaurant because what if something happens? Oh, I can't make it. I'm not gonna be out the money and have to call or whatever. Like so.
But you're not typically paying until like you're literally ready to leave the door or know that, okay, it'll be 20 minutes. So you actually are still afraid of that 20 or 30 minutes before you pay to when you get there?
It's more about me. And
Okay.
if something changes, I can't make it, emergency, I don't have to deal with that. Like I just pay at the restaurant. No big deal. All right,
Okay.
you got my food. Here you go. Done.
Even though if you pay online, you know damn well you get in, you get out, boom, boom.
Yes, you cut a step down, but they still got to bring your food out. So, you know, whatever, you give them the card, they run back in and come back out. One extra step. But anyway, but now it seems on Longhorn that you have to pay online. Now, which is okay, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yep.
So, but here's this two-step process. One, and I'm sure this goes for most restaurants online today. They're automatically asking to include a tip up front before you get your food. Now, initially it's like, why would I give you a tip if I don't even know if the food's going to be prepared right, if you're going to be missing an item that I ordered? I'm automatically assuming the service is an A+. Here you go. Take my 20%. Have a nice day. Okay, so this particular time I said, you know what? I'm not tipping. I'm not doing it. Now, and here's a quick disclosure. When I was a kid, I worked in the restaurant business for several years. Okay, so don't think I'm some stiffy because I do tip well. But this is a different scenario.
Well, you are. You just said you didn't fucking tip.
I said I didn't tip. I'm getting takeout. Number one, takeout. I didn't tip. I specifically said I'm not tipping. I get to the restaurant. I pay for the food. The server comes out, hands me my food, and she says, "Can you just sign this slip?" And I said, "Oh, I already paid online." She's like, "Well, you don't have to if you want." And I said to myself, why the fuck is she asking me to sign this? Like, I don't need to sign anything. It's already been paid for. Right. That's as if I gave you my card right on the spot and you handed me a receipt to sign. So she says this and I said, fuck. I was like, all right, I'll sign it. I get the receipt and there's a line for a tip on it. I said, you motherfucker, you set me up. You knew I didn't tip online. And here you are giving me some bogus slip to sign with a tip mark. And I said, God damn it, you got me. And I fucking gave her a tip and I was burned. They burned me.
Did you say, God damn it, you got me out loud? Or did you say that into your head?
In my head, I might have been turning red up here because I was fuming. And they got me. That's my story, my most recent story for tipping, and just bringing it up because the topic of tipping is a bit excessive these days. And I understand, apparently, you know, if people are getting a better wage, it would be apparently, I heard in Germany, they don't tip because they pay like a real a salary.
Well, yes, but you know damn well you can't compare Germany to the United States. It's like saying healthcare. Well, I heard the healthcare in Europe's awesome, so why isn't it here?
But just the fact that they don't even tip, it's like it's unheard of. But
Adam,
anyway,
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. With everything that we've been going through. Well, let me ask you this. Wait. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, you better back up.
What percentage did you tip?
20%.
You get 20%.
20% for a job.
Why did you decide at that moment to give 20%?
Because that's traditionally what I give.
For a sit-down meal, yes. Listen, I'm setting this up like I'm agreeing with you, but I'm not. So
I know I like where you're going.
You know, so it kind of comes both ways. Since COVID has been going along and we've had to change how we eat, you've got masses of people that have left the restaurant industry. Most of these places, when you're waiting in line to get in, if you do go out nowadays, you're not waiting in line to fill a seat. They've only got a certain amount of seats they can fill because they've only got a certain number of servers that they actually have. And so it's been real difficult to get through that. Now, I know who you are as a person. I think 20% on somebody who was just bringing you your food is too high, right? That being said, my wife has forced me.
Yes, forced.
But like listen, here's the thing. When it comes to pre-tipping, I don't mind pre-tipping because here's the thing. If I get back to my house and I take the food out and it's wrong, it's undercooked, overcooked, whatever, I'm going to then call the place and I'm going to explain, hey, I bought this, I did this, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do to make it right? And typically, and it's happened a time or two. And what they'll say is, listen, Josh, I want to put your name here. You want to give you a $20 tip or $20 next time you come in. You don't have to do anything now or tonight. Just come in. You can say you spoke to Dan and he said you got a $20 credit. So that's where I'm not too concerned about pre-tipping, right? But you've opened up Pandora's box talking about tipping on serving versus tipping on bringing.
Yes, I agree. It is two different worlds. And might I add, my steak was not cooked correctly. And I did reach out afterwards and I did get a $25 gift card. So
why?
In the end, I always win.
Why does that not surprise? So then why are you afraid of pre-tipping if you know that all you have to do is put a call in and you're going to get credit back somehow?
Well, to your point, what you just said, it just so happened that particular night.
It just so happened. I bet to say
I'm not
that
lying.
When it comes to Adam and his family eating out, I'm going to say that more than 50% of the time, something, quotation marks, is wrong or incorrect to where you need to reach out and say, how can you fix this? You think I'm wrong?
I'd say 25, maybe 30% of the
time. Which I hope you understand is abnormally high off the scale.
Oh, now even 25. You went from 50 being.
You're telling me every 4 times you go out, every one of those 4 times is wrong, and you have to call somebody.
Maybe it's a little less. I'm being serious. It's not as much as you think. I'm not like
25% is a lot.
All right, fine. Maybe it's 10, 15. Seriously,
well, that's a big difference.
Okay, if you were judging it, the way you judged it, I would say that'd be incorrect because most time, look, I got to be in the mood if I want to speak up or I really am like pissed.
You gotta gauge and say, okay, it's gonna take this much out of me to get this much reward. Is it worth it?
Yeah, sometimes I'm not up for the challenge or the fight. I'm just like, whatever. I'll eat it. I don't give a fuck. And I didn't even do this because I had the tip. I did it because I bought, it was like a $22 steak. I'm like, I bought a $20 steak. You can't cook it the way I asked. Like,
what did you ask? What did you ask and what'd you get?
All right. So if you really want to hear the breakdown.
I do.
So
I think our viewers want to know. I mean, they're clamoring.
You might, try to call me out on this, but I feel I'm correct in my, in how this played out. So I ordered it medium rare. And what I do is before I eat it, I put
By the way, do you know what internal temperature medium rare is?
I believe 165 degrees.
No, you are dead wrong.
145.
Medium is 140.
What? Are you sure? Are you
100% positive?
Okay. All right.
So maybe you need to change in your mind what your steak doneness is.
I like my steak cooked at 110 degrees.
Medium is usually 140 to 45 with a warm pink center.
A warm pink center. Yes, that's correct.
Yes. And then you've got medium rare, which is going to be, between
I'm going to look this up.
120 and 130. And you're going to have not a cool, well, maybe a kind of an almost not a cool, but not a hot, a little darker center, right? That's less cooked.
Yes, I agree with that assessment.
Okay, so you said I want medium rare.
Give me medium rare. So when I take it home, I make a tent. I put this. Excuse me, lights out. Power just went out.
You've just been shut down, sir.
What the fuck? This is a special.
Things aren't going so well for you, huh? Do you need some help, pal? Can I help you out?
This is a special Hurricane Henry edition. Brokin Heads. The power has already gone out.
It's not raining yet, though, right? It's not going to hit you guys until later tonight, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
yeah,
it's been sunny and hot all day. What just happened? Come on.
You went from I could see it to now there you go.
But then
now your head's like you have a cone head.
This is retarded. All right, I can't use that word.
You can make sure you edit that out.
Look, portrait mode. All right, hold on. All right, I'm back.
I am back. Yes.
All right, so
you said medium rare.
And I make a tent out of tin foil. I put it in the oven for 10 minutes. It comes out medium. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's juicy.
Medium or medium rare?
Comes out medium, which is the way I want it. So I ordered a degree down. I heat it up.
Because you feel the steak is going to continue to cook.
Yes, I've done this multiple times. It's basically a flawless system. If they cook it right, if they cook it at medium rare, it comes out nice and pink. It's perfect. And it's hot and is ready to go.
Don't they cook it to medium rare and then let it rest? That's what most restaurants do. They let it rest for 5 or 10 minutes, which at that point, after the 10 minutes, it should stop cooking.
I mean, yeah, yes, that's true. I don't know if they do that.
I'm starting to cut through this case, Your Honor. I hope you see what's going on here. Go ahead, please.
I don't think you've uncovered anything yet until
I've already destroyed your theory on what medium temperature, medium rare is.
You know what? Don't make me look up this chart. If you're
go right ahead, sir.
If you are incorrect,
be my guest, because I use my grill and I set my temperatures according to my grill because I've got a little Bluetooth feature.
Oh, I see.
Like 165 is like you're talking. That's medium well.
I hate to say this to you, but I'm looking at
what kind of meat are you looking at?
I'm looking at steak, and it says medium rare, 140 degrees. Remove from grill at this temperature. Final cook temperature 145. It says 140. Now I believe I said.
First of all, you said 160 is what you said.
I did. I was wrong, but I want everyone to know that you were wrong as well. According to this,
I'm curious. What do you happen to be looking at?
Well, this is heb.com, which I believe is a supermarket where you'll be headed next week in Texas. Heard of them, but
okay.
It used to be in my account at Oracle. I believe it's a supermarket. Yeah, it is. It's a big supermarket in Texas. You look out for it when you're there. That's their breakdown. 140 degrees medium rare. I did say 165 for medium. I think I said 165 for medium, which is 155 according to this. So I was right in the ballpark.
I'm going to come right back at you with Weber. I think we can agree. I think we can agree on Weber. Weber's probably a little more of a authority on what the temperature should be. Would you not agree?
A company that makes stainless steel appliances knows about steak?
They make stainless steel grills.
Rare
is 120 to 125. Medium rare 125 to 135. Medium 135 to 145. Medium well 145 to 155. Well done is 155 and above.
Do you have a Weber grill?
I do.
All right, so you're biased, number one.
I'm biased because they are the professionals.
I'm going to talk to you about one other site, SeriousEats.com. Now that sounds serious to me.
It does.
Medium rare, 129 to 134. So this is a little bit lower. There's a discrepancy here.
Medium rare, again, my medium rare is 125 to 135. So that's right in line with what you just said.
Well, there seems to be a discrepancy.
The discrepancy is on your side, sir.
Your supermarket giving wrong advice to millions of customers. They're going to have a lawsuit.
You, sir, you are been found contempt.
I'm not even done with this story.
All right, we've gone. Finish it up.
I got a twist. So I do it on 350. I do the 10 on 350 for 10 minutes, goes from medium rare to medium. I take the steak out of the oven this time, and it's like, well done. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, did they not cook the steak medium rare? And I'm eating it, and I'm thinking, like, what happened? Like, they
So
really
you do that without making, and I know it's taboo.
I don't.
You don't make a cut on the end.
No.
Just to get an idea.
No, I trust these grill masters.
The grill masters at fucking Outback and the grill masters at fucking Longhorn.
That's what they call themselves. Okay. So I'm sitting there, I'm eating, I'm pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, well done steak with some juice, from the steam and the 10 or whatever. And it finally hit me. I'm like, I cooked this at 400 degrees. And I said, okay, I fucked up. But I said, even still, from medium rare to well done, 50 degrees higher.
Hold on. You put it at 400 degrees for how long?
10 minutes. Ugh. In a toaster oven. It's not even as hot as a real
400
oven.
degrees, pal.
Come on. I think it still should have been at worst case medium well.
All right, listen.
I
think your logic is flawed. But I want to hear now how your call went to Longhorns. How did you describe this to Longhorns? I'm the manager. Hello, this is Steve, the manager.
I took the easy way out. I sent an email.
Oh, Adam, you're better than that. You are just so much better than that.
In fact, let me read the response live on the show.
I am terribly sorry. What are they going to say? Sir, your understanding of what medium rare and medium well is flawed. But I can't say anything because I'm the manager and you're the customer, and the customer is always right. This is from one of the managing partners. Adam, I am very sorry. We did not cook your steak correctly. Now stop. Wait. That's what he typed. You know what he said in his head as he's typing? Adam, you're a fucking prick who has to go ahead and bullshit about what's going on. You're such a baby.
Now, here's the thing. Clearly, I'm not the first person to do this. They know that they fuck up. All right. It's just in general.
Yeah. Because it's fucking Longhorn Steakhouse.
Well, they don't put on the thing. Take what you get and you don't get upset. Like if you want it one way, it comes out another. Oh, well. Okay. I know how frustrating it can be to get your steak home and it not be cooked correctly. I will be sending you out a $25 gift card to this email address so you can order another Togo and we can get it perfect for you. Oh my Christ. Sincerely, your lover, E.S. Stockwell. Yep. There it is, kid. Now,
listen, I love you. Again, we talk about being, soulmates and all, but here's the thing. I know you, and I know, and it's how I can be as well, but we have agendas. Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes even when we fuck up ourselves, we want to take the blame out on somebody else and not own it.
I take blame. However, I still think despite that discrepancy in the temperature, it shouldn't have gone to well done on a toaster oven in a bake, setting on a toaster oven. I really have my doubts. So for that,
do you have a temperature prong at home, a temperature reader at home?
I do. I don't. It's consistently worked. It's consistently worked.
Oh, well, then get a new one because you can get them cheap off of Vipon.
Meaning I don't even mess with it. We give me medium rare, put in a
but to see if you're gonna buy a steak, bring it home, and then put it back in the oven to assume that why not just go ahead and stick it in, get the internal temp so and then, okay, well, this needs to go into the oven or doesn't.
I could have sworn I just said it's pretty consistently. It comes out the way I expect almost every time. In fact, no, every time. It just this time I had the wrong setting on the temperature and I wasn't paying attention.
What do you normally put it at? And it's not 400 degrees.
350. 50 degrees.
Did anybody else's steaks get messed up?
No. Were
there steaks ordered from other people in the family or just you?
I believe other people in the family, but there was no problem.
No problems.
No problems, and yeah.
And do you recall what they were ordered at? What temperatures at all?
medium, and medium well.
Okay, so higher above you anyways. You went medium
So
rare.
everybody got fucked that day, you know.
Oh, okay. So everything. Okay, well, that's what I mean. I want to know.
Yeah,
Was it just
technically,
yours? Yeah.
Technically, yes. It was
And
cooked
if it
on a
was
higher
just yours,
setting.
I would say you have a better case to win because you wanted at this temperature and it came out ahead of the ball game where everybody else was. But you know, all right.
I'm gonna email Gordon Ramsay. I'm gonna say, Gordon, you know, I made a mistake reheating a steak. What do you think this should have came out at 400 degrees, 10 minutes for medium rare? What should it have been? If he comes back anything lower than well done, I'm gonna file a lawsuit.
I think you should.
I have Gordon Ramsay to back me up.
Gordon would absolutely back you up, but I think once he had all the facts, he would say, "Sir,
what do you think? Whoa, why should you?
You donkey! You fucking donkey!
Well, now let's
shut it down.
Let's go to your tipping story. Yours is a little worse in some respect. Mine was worse just because I thought I was going to get over, and I knew in advance I'm not tipping, and I still got screwed.
Yeah, I think yours is worse than mine.
Yours is funny though because of you where the environment you were in.
Yeah,
to do what you did.
Correct. Correct. So back in the day, you're like,
can you see me? Hello.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Anyways, back in the day, you know, there was a little kiosk in the mall that sold macarons. Obviously, they're all the rage, all the different
French
flavors.
macarons, mind you.
Well, macaroons, right, are the coconut. The macarons are French. Anyways, so you say
is that how you pronounce them?
That's correct. Macaron is the little cookie. Macaroon is the coconut one.
Okay,
I'm a world traveler. I fucking know
when you went to order, did you say macarons?
No, because I was at the macaron stand, and there's no need because that's all they have there.
Please don't say macaron. I don't.
I'm sorry, sir. I need you to go on YouTube and find out the correct pronunciation.
We're gonna do that,
and
we'll do that right after your story.
Look up the steak the steak temperatures. So. I did. So we used to go by this place, you know, and we'd they had samples cut up, and we would always grab samples. And this one particular person who was new there, she wasn't the friendliest person in the world. I think she was a little bit of an introvert.
Yes.
Probably being forced to get a job from her mom or something along those lines.
Wait, time out. Didn't she end up going to the chocolate store? Oh my God. I just remember that. Funny. All right, go ahead. My bad.
So I think there was a Mother's Day coming up. So I'm like, I'm going to stop by here. I'm going to grab some macarons for my mom. And
commission check.
I walked up to the kiosk and I'm like, hey, how you doing? I want to get this, whatever. Right. And she's like, okay, whatever. She's like getting my fucking yeah, like I don't want to be here doing this. And like she gets and she's like pussy, she's like, okay. And she's like, anything else? Man, that's it. And so and they've got like the little iPad swivels. So they had like everything on the iPad. So she's doing one thing.
Interesting.
And she spins it around and says, okay, this part's for you.
This part's for you, Josh.
Yeah. And she goes, that's my tip. And I'm like,
wait,
it's right on the tip part.
Wait a minute. She said that's my tip.
Yes.
What does that mean?
That means put this part in for my tip is what it means.
I'm really taken aback by this. So I don't recall this part of the story. Yeah. That's why I'm interrupting.
That's why I was hijacked.
So she turns.
She goes, that part's for my tip right there.
She turns the swivel around with the iPad.
Yep.
You see your total.
Yep.
You see you have to sign, I guess.
Well, before that, but yeah, there's one section.
Tip line.
She spun it around and said, "That's my tip." So I'm like, okay. And I think it had like, I didn't tell you how to put in the individual amount. It had like 15, 20, 25. Yeah. You had to just click one.
Yeah. You know? Pick one.
Yeah. And it's not, I can just go ahead and enter 0 anywhere, right? Excuse me, miss, where's the 0 tip button?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was forced to giving like a 20% tip.
A 20% tip for
macarons on this macaron kiosk woman who obviously did not want to be there and was not really good at her job.
What did that tip come out to? Do you recall? Was it like maybe I can guess.
Like $5 maybe. Give or take. Because like they were like 20 something bucks for a dozen or something, 25 or something like that. And so 10 would be 250,
okay. Yeah,
right?
all right,
20 is 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a crazy amount, but at the same time, tipping is reserved.
Smokey.
Tipping is supposed to be judged upon the service that you got. Right? So that's why I think that tipping is
okay.
Back to your point.
I want to give you another scenario here at the kiosk. Now, what if the person was just through the roof, like customer service, everything top of the line?
Yep.
She turns the swivel around and she starts doing something else. Doesn't say a word.
Yep.
It's all on you now. Would you leave a tip unprovoked?
Yeah.
In that situation, you would leave a tip.
No question. So one thing I will say is that
I have my doubts on this.
Always tipped well on people who go above and beyond. And since COVID, I try to do between 25 and 30% no matter where I go.
Big spender here. Family. Yeah, I mean,
the company's paying for it, but no.
They pull out all the stops.
They certainly do. We wine and dine.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fine. You would have given a tip without being provoked.
Yes.
Now in this case,
I guess if I asked you the same question, your answer would have been no. You would not have given the tip.
You know why I might not have? I'll be honest, because in that environment, I'm not sure if a tip is warranted at all. I just don't know.
Is it just baked into the thing?
Is that a habitual? Is not a habitual, but is that a tipping scenario that is being abused? And that was kind of the moral of this topic. Is a scenario like that a tipping abuse? I mean, think. Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I'm guessing it is because they're not paid like servers, right? Servers get like, I forget what it is, $3 or $4 an hour. It depends, right? Yes. They depend on their tips. That's where they get the bulk of their monies.
Yeah.
So I assume someone who's working at a macaron kiosk in the mall is not making what a server would make and doesn't need the extra tips to counterbalance what they're getting low and getting paid on the low scale for.
I would love to find out, like, that tip that you gave is not like all she will ever get the whole day in tips because of you. Like, what does she make on average in tips? I would love. I think
most people on a small transactional basis like that don't mind throwing in $2, $3, $4 a whack. I think for the most part. So she probably does pretty good, or did. Obviously not, because she left for the chocolate store.
She left for.
I think she was probably let go. To be honest with you.
She probably was. Hi. Origins is hiring in Macy's.
Yeah, she wasn't the most friendly or inviting person.
Have you heard of our skincare line? There, we want you to work there and use the products too.
Just get out of here, okay, ma'am? Leave.
We're gonna give you a whole skincare routine. From Origins.
That's something I think we can speak about on our next show. The adventures of Adam and Josh and Brokin Heads and the things that we used to do, getting, free samples and having fun with the folks from time to time.
I got to tell you that was, I mean, those were like just amazing times.
Those are, wait.
Chef's kiss.
Yep.
I mean,
those are the good old
samples, the chef kiss samples and all the commentary, the rhetoric, the laughing. I always got more into it, I think, than Josh, just a little bit.
I would get into it when you knew it was turning into something different. So like the times when people would say, are you two like best friends?
Yes.
Or have you known each other? When you knew, so that's the way I am. When you know something is special going on, right? That's when I get into it. If it's just blasé, that's not really, you're not getting the same feeling back from the person you're dealing with. But if you're getting extra, if you're putting out and you're getting more back, that's when things start to heighten and I get more excited.
I just want to create, in that respect, and I'll take whatever I can get.
Whatever you can get.
Yeah. I mean, I got to create the entertainment because chances are they're not going to do it.
You're absolutely right.
Yes. So that's why I'll make anything out of anything just to see where it can go. And that's why the mall stuff was so much fun, because that's what we did.
That's right.
And most of the time we got that reciprocation in some form, which sort of validated our
stories were definitely generated and made that way. There's no question.
Yes, and the highlight would be the Christmas special at the mall. That was that was probably the best.
We had a couple highlights too. We had the old, can we film in the mall? What's that going to take? And
we did try to film at the mall. We went to the marketing office and were shut down.
We were shut down immediately. But I recall you couldn't even talk. You were just fucking laughing.
I couldn't stop laughing that because in my mind it's like we're just like role playing ideas and just having fun. Now we're actually doing it. I'm like, I'm not prepared for this.
Are we doing this?
Are we really doing this? And followed the Christmas special, followed by the Lambda store.
Yep.
That was the second funniest,
yes.
I would say. In fact, that might be tied for
maybe we'll talk about the Christmas special and might be able to even include a picture or two.
Well, we could. There would be some stock photos.
We've got a picture.
Oh yeah, my bad. We do have one of the cast involved at that special time of year.
Just go down there. Nobody can see what's going on.
And then I got this.
Yeah.
It was like, what's happening here?
Well, folks, yeah, more to come. Now, we can't promise you every week, but we're going to try to do what we can. We love talking with you. We love sharing stories. And frankly, Adam, I just love being with you again, pal. It's made my day.
I appreciate it. It's made my day because, this takes me back to that world, like the mall, like the Brokin Heads, just back into the world as a whole. And that's why, guys, we talked for 5 hours. We wanted to give you a month's worth of shows.
Thanks for hanging out with us all day long. You guys are just over the top. Chef's kiss to you. Thank you. The best audience. We love all the throngs, the hundreds and thousands of you who keep on beating our doors down, asking for requests, asking for T-shirts. I promise you, they're still on the way. As Adam slowly moves off to the left to try to get out of the camera picture.
You can't beat that logo. I just want to show everybody.
I know. We put a lot in that logo, and every chance, and if we get a chance to use it. Now, I do wish we could update the logo with a scally hat on me and some glasses on you.
I know. I mean, because the beard is pretty more prevalent now for you.
Yeah, true.
I do like you without the beard.
I'm sorry, pal. I know you don't like the scruffle. You get in the scruffies, but it's just soft, anyways. It's not hard.
I know, but whatever. I mean, look at that. You're a young stallion right there.
Not real. Yeah, I am. Yes, I am there.
Young kid.
This is definitely. I do look a little older with all this white and gray.
You do.
And peppering, but
but you don't mind that. I mean,
no, I don't. I think I look a little. It kind of helps.
Seasoned, salt and pepper.
I like that. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed the show. We certainly enjoyed putting it on for you.
Yeah,
Adam, I'm sure it's gonna do a great job at editing, and who knows? We'll see what he can do, and how long he can do it for.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Just put it on. I'm not doing nothing. Here, there's 6 hours of raw video. Enjoy.
Yeah, raw footage. Here you go, guys. Unedited, unrehearsed, and unscripted.
So we'll get back to you when we can, folks. Stay tuned. There will be more. I promise you that. We've got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of stories, and a lot more fun. Wouldn't you say, Adam?
Yes, and it really is all up to you at this point. You're the master. You're the holder of the key. So,
well, you know what they say? They say the servant waits while the master baits.
And don't forget, there's no roses until it closes.
That's right. That sounds like something maybe Larry told you.
You know what? A guy named Larry did tell me that.
But not the Larry I'm thinking of?
No, another Larry. But I mean, seriously, that's pretty funny.
No roses.
There's no roses until it closes, kid.
Just go home and put on pantyhoses.
All right, guys. Well, we'll air this at some point.
Yes. Sooner than later, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shane.
You won't get us coppers? No way. We're gonna end this real soon. Shane.
Yeah, we'll get it up there. I promise. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a couple months. We appreciate you sticking around. Maybe we'll get more than 10 views on this. It's definitely a worthy topic within a topic and another topic. We went crazy today, because we had a lot to cover. So stick with us. More to come. I know a friend of mine's been asking, any new shows? I'm going to say, hey, I got a show. You better fucking watch it and you better subscribe. You keep asking me. It's up there now. No more excuses. Give me the one.
Get over the top. I want to see over 40. Okay. We're at 36. Let's go. We want to get to 50. 50.
Wow. I mean, you know, I want.
I know. There's no reason why we can't.
If we ever get to the point and we do this, I guarantee the channel will be through the roof, because this is what people do. Yeah. This is what they do.
They just come on and talk about everything.
Us. Yeah. Yep. Nobody does it like us. So
it's the video podcast about nothing.
Exactly. Before Seinfeld ever had the idea, I was just too young to put into action. I just couldn't. He stole my idea. But
all right, folks. Well, until we talk again, hi-yo, husky ho. Stay broken.
Peace.